Good evening, Professor. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christina. You can also call me Chen Lu. And today I will share my own experience with all of you here. And it is inevitable for most of us to discuss about the issues we might have in communication. In this century, as technologies are well developed, which leads individuals to concentrate on electronic devices more than communicating with human being. And sometimes it is a question I might ask myself how to be a good communicator. So, from my perspective, I would value a good listener, mm, which largely outweighs a good speaker to some extent. This requires people to own some standards of listening when it comes to communicate with one another. There are several ways to be a qualified listener. Firstly, building connections with one another, as well as showing a certain level of sympathy to communicate with people. And secondly, understanding the body language is the key, and which requires us to read their feelings and emotions by body languages. Plus, I think reading the like facial expressions and also like assist us to understand how this person feel is truly helpful to analyze their feelings and emotions by different means, and so that we can come up with an idea to how to communicate better. And I think listening to someone well represents the respect towards others. So, and listening is very necessary. So when we listen to someone, we speak in a conversation, who speak in a conversation, we not only receive like an information from the one who speak, but also we deliver the message that we are someone who respect people and we have enough patience not interrupt the conversation. I think without the patience of receiving messages from speakers, some key words in messages we receive can be very easily lost. We should train ourselves to listen well and own a better understanding of what they mean. So we need to listen effectively in order to overcome the barriers between speakers and receivers, especially in a speech. Okay, so for instance, do not judge the speaker until he or she has spoken. Then give like the attention to the speaker for the whole time and make sure see the speaker as having something valuable to say. So if we live enough patience and do not judge speakers, and this results in an effective conversation. So from my personal from my personal experience of middle school, I am sometimes involved in fights with some people. So the reason behind this is because I misunderstood people a lot in the past, as I did not have the patience to let them finish their their words or conversation, and I lost their key words in the conversation, and I thought something else. So this really irritated and frustrated some people at school. So they declared that I was not respectful and did not know how to be a good listener. And it turns out I lost some friends, really good friends at the end of the semester. And I felt very frustrated since I lost so many good friends just because of not knowing how to be a good communicator in my circumstance. Okay, and I think active listening plays a very significant role of being respectful to others in my life and also in our life can be. So when people speak, it is their turn to turn to say something, that we should listen to the content thoroughly with patience and not to interrupt the transmission of information from speakers. And also appreciative listening is involves obtaining sensory stimulation or enjoyments from others. So this could like extend their listening to music, drama, poetry, or a speech of to enter. And I think enhancing pleasure by increasing listening experiences and discussing about the content of what we are listening to. By the time multiple times of listening, we would really enjoy the sources with pleasure as well as expanding our horizons. And then we can extend to listen to another type of music and with the various choices of listening experiences. So by doing this way, we really reinforce the scale of our appreciative listening. And this above, like I think, is the tip and or tactic either for me or for us. So keeping an appreciative listening attitude is very effective. A way, very effective way through the communication skill, and it is indeed required for me to apply it in the real life, practice as my personal, improvement. And I think, in conclusion, I have discussed the essential aspects in communication and by several, such as being a good listener to others. And I believe the efficiency of communication can be highly improved. Thank you for taking your time and have a nice day. Bye bye.